Alright, guys, let's go. It's grand finals time of the Begone Void Rays tournament, and it's a PvT. We've got Psystorm Gaming's Gerald making it here to the grand finals. What an awesome slog he's done to do that. And he's facing off against the ever cheesy, the ever aggressive, the tomfoolery Terran. The self-proclaimed, by the way, tomfoolery Terran. This is Special. Special also playing for Psystorm, both teammates, and he's going to be doing a 2-Rax Reaper opening. Now, check it out, guys. Gerald has checked everywhere for proxy barracks, and he's now going to go Nexus before Cybercore. This is something we were just casting Gerald semifinals with Special as he blitzed his side of the bracket. Special kept pointing out that Gerald does this. He checks for proxy racks. If he doesn't see it, he wants to go Nexus before Cybercore. Now, coming in, this looks completely standard. It's barracks, it's a gas, he's going to try and expand. Gerald does need to keep that probe alive to confirm, though, that it is indeed not an expansion. Now, the Nexus goes down on 20 supply, Cybercore also on 20 to wall off that ledge. And meanwhile, at this point, Gerald should be starting to wonder at about 1:45, hey, why haven't you put the expansion down? Let's see, does he realize, though? And he's hanging around. He should double back. Notice Special pulled it back almost as if he was just a bit late pulling the SCV back. Does Gerald realize? Yeah, he turns around. He's like, wait a second, I didn't see a command center go down. And he's like, whoa! And he knows his opponent's up to no good at this point. I would have liked his probe to go hide off on the side of the map, but actually, the Reaper might actually go look there. So going through the middle, going straight home is actually the mind game, the smart way to get the probe home. Now, there will still be a command center. It's not too late behind this, but with Reapers building 2 at a time, does Special go for 3 Reapers, or does he build 5? Will we see a 4th Reaper start up? No. So just 3 Reaper pressure to start off. Gerald's gone Sentry first, so that's a very useful scouting unit. Now, you can force field the Reaper, but not a good idea, because he can just run straight past you and get out. Though, actually, I think it's even more not worth it because killing a Reaper is just not very important. He's going to go Robo. Okay, so I think Gerald, upon seeing that this was a 1-base build and there was no command center, is like, I think it might be Widow Mine, Burrow. I need observers to see what's going on. So first of all, he wants to do a hallucination. But this sentry needs to get that off right now, and he will do it. He's going to send an Oracle across the map. Here come these Reapers. Easy sentry kill if they choose to get it, and they do. And look at the way they bounced that Stalker there as well. The Stalker looked like it was derping out for a moment. The Reapers, of course, they know this is a one-way trip. The probes are pulled. Nice micro by Gerald. He's only lost 2 probes so far. I mean, he lost the sentry, so still a pretty good trade, I think, for Special. Tries to leave the base, sees the pylon. His probe's going to try and block him. Gets a hit off, but unable to finish that Reaper off. 1 Reaper escapes with its life. Meanwhile, the hallucination sees the command center, goes into the main, sees this very late factory, and now spots that second barracks. And Gerald realizes, okay, well, we lost the sentry, but I know what I'm up against. I'm going to go Twilight now and just kind of get back into shape. So he's going to go, I imagine, Blink and Colossus at the same time. Up against Special, who now is going to go Stim, Reactor on the other barracks. And do we get a tank out for safety? I don't know what you do. Maybe it's just a Raven for Special? Could be Cloaked Banshees, but most likely a Raven. Reaper is still dancing around this map. Stalker's out there hunting for it, trying to deny it, and Gerald's going to try to go for a 3rd as well. Wow. Twilight, Robo Bay, and 3rd base off 4 gases? Talk about a greedy play, mate. Gerald's going for all the tech at once. How are you going to afford that? Look, he can't even afford to use the Twilight right now. So Gerald really has said, look, I don't think you can attack me for a long time. I can just kind of build economy and tech and upgrades. We're going to get all of it pretty much at the same time. I'm going to go Blink. I'm not going to build any gateway units. And I'm only now building my 2nd gateway. And he's got to save his gas now to get a Colossus. So he needs 200 more gas for a Colossus. Reaper will come in, see this very, very quick 3rd. And Special here is going to dance around with the Reaper. See if he can grab that probe. Nicely done. Stalkers, though, could get the kill potentially. But nice grenade. So good at using those. So look at this. The 3rd barracks will take the 2nd tech lab. As the Raven pops out, Starport lifts off, builds a reactor for itself just below. Very tasty play from both sides, but it is definitely more committed to 2-base. We'll see Shields start up in the near future. Wants to go +1 weapons first, as that takes an actual age to upgrade. And there we go, Shields as the final upgrade to complete the puzzle. Now Gerald's got 2 full bases. You can see him transferring workers to the 3rd. He's even going to try and get a forge as he goes up to 4 gateways. First Colossus is about to pop out, and look at the way he's timed out his resources. He gets just enough minerals in time. Should be starting that third Colossus, bro. Bro. There we go. Does queue it up. Now, of course, no Viagra upgrade for those Colossus. For those who are wondering, the Colossus' natural thermal lance length is only 7. If it gets that upgrade, it will go up to 9, which is pretty damn huge. Range upgrades, especially for a splash damage unit like that, are incredibly big. Now, apparently, the Aligulac prediction says it's a 71 to 30 advantage in percentage-wise to special. Raven comes in, auto turret. So I think the Reaper just killed 2 probes. Got one on the watchtower, I believe. And now the auto turret gets another 3 probes on top of that. Very nicely done. Special's pushing that right side at the same time. Reaper is there. He's going to shove towards the third. Battery's not quite ready. Battery and cannon coming up. He does have a few force fields available. The Raven, of course, is a harassment unit in this scenario. And he's sending a 4 Widowmine drop to the natural and the main. So this is not an all-in push on the right. This is a, I'm going to scare your army and distract you. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to hammer you with auto turrets and Widowmines and build a third behind it. So he's just progressing to the next step. I love this play by Special, but oh, the Stalkers spot it. Great reaction to at least keep the drop alive momentarily, but not enough. Oh, well done by Gerald. That's a great hold. Now he's only got 2 Colossus and 2 Sentries on the right, but with the power of the battery and the cannon, the battery, of course, a massive healing ability from that when you use that once a minute battery overcharge. It's got a global cooldown, of course, that Nexus ability, but Robo looking very exposed. Beyond goes right up the guts. He threw an auto turret in the main to distract. He gets rid of 1 pylon, depowers the Robo. He gets rid of that. He doesn't finish the Robo. Oh, Sentry gets blasted by a Widowmine. And oh, dude, I called him Beyond, but his name is Special. We just cast a bunch of games of Beyond. He's playing like Beyond right now because he's shoving his bio into Gerald's face. But oh, those Colossus. Oh, what started so well ended so painfully. We see the moment those guys are clumped up in the mineral line versus the Colossus, and you see like 20 Marines just literally get turned to barbecued Terran. Oh, wow. Is that acceptable damage, though? I mean, Gerald lost 25 workers. He's going to have to chrono. You can see he's chronoing all his Nexi. Should be even chronoing this one right now. He's trying to rebuild that probe count. He's got to queue up more probes. Now, Gerald has a thing where he often only queues 1 probe at a time. And look at that, guys. His Nexi are not building probes right now. This is a big mistake for Gerald. I've pointed this out in the past that Gerald, much like Zest, likes to build 1 or 2 probes at a time at most. And he queues up only a single probe there. Gerald, you got to hold the probe key down, buddy. Now he queues up 6 probes. But he needed to do that much earlier, and he needs to keep chronoing. Protoss has amazing ability to come back after taking damage. But maybe is he just not going to do it? Is he just going to go counter all in? Maybe, but then he starts probing. He does it just late. I don't know what he's committing to here. I'm not sure he does either. I think he got pretty upset at that army out positioning him and finding an opening there. Vikings are now building 2 at a time. The depot on the left does get taken down. Cancel though from Special, gets a refund. Oh, Special setting up a very sexy sandwich right now. Oh, okay, finds the Zealots. That's good for Geralt because Geralt spots the flank, can maybe rejoin his forces and jump on that army. And Stalkers on the front. Pick off an SCV, building a 4th command center. Special is going to a bit of a later stage that he doesn't like to go this late in the game usually, and his other army is not quite home yet. He's going to stim it just to get back here. He should not be fighting. Oh, this is a bad position for Special to fight. The rest of the army comes up here, but it's a little bit too late, mate. It's a bit too late. His SCVs have already gone down. Now there's no Prism warping in on the front. Is Geralt going to make that mistake again? Oh no, he made this mistake earlier today. Where is the warp in? Just a handful of Zealots could change everything. Flanking Disruptor does come forward. Where is the Warp Prism? It's back there. But there's no Warp-ins to support this. Oh, and he does lose all of his army. I mean, he kills a lot of SCVs, so he should still be able to recover. I still think it's good for Geralt. It's just one of those things where imagine if he warped in Zealots, keeps the Colossus alive. It's just game over. But he's got Stalkers at home. He's still building Disruptors 1 at a time. He's trying to play pure Stalker Disruptor right now. 1-1 upgrades for Terran, only +1 for the Protoss. And a 4th base does go down on the right side. Realizing he's going to struggle to defend the left side. Decides to go for the straight line. And oh, the Stalkers get a full medevac. Another medevac. And some of these units as they unload. Oh, great pickup here for Geralt. This is such a good trade for him. Of course, he does start losing some Stalkers. But dude, that's so bad for Special. And Geralt has just had some magic movement. Honestly, with his Stalkers throughout this series, he has looked so god tier. Nice recall. He's going to get the Stalkers back. These guys could get hunted down as well. Oh, and he runs to the right, but there's Zealots from the right, Stalkers from the left, and a big old ball from the side just to finish off that party. Not that it was really needed. And Gerald is going to take this game one, I believe. He's up 20 workers. He's up 20 army supply. Special taps out there. Nice counter push from Gerald. All right, let's go into map number 2 here in the top left side, representing Storm Gaming. He's from Poland. He's an absolute monster, and he is fighting against the odds to not just get to this grand finals, but started off with a win. This is Gerald. And his opponent in the bottom right side, opening up with a double gas build again. Back a little bit more his flavor. This is special. It's a Storm Gaming team finals here. A bit of a team kill. Awesome to see these Storm players performing so well. I love it. Oh my. That Croatian guy, that is very scary. A story that just got shared in Twitch chat. I'm not going to read that out loud. And I'm kind of, wow. But yeah, damn. I'm glad you're all okay, dude. I hope you saw a doctor. Oof. Oh my god, Soul Razy! Another 5 gifted subs? What the hell, dude? Oh my god, thank you so much for the love, my friend. Oh my lord. Welcome to the pigsty. Welcome. Thank you everybody for the love, really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, guys, the Reaper's come across the map. Can he get a probe? Yes, he can. 1 probe to start off. Before that Adept pops out, Gerald did go for his early Nexus opening. But remember, Special is aware of the fact that he loves to go for Proxy Stargate afterwards. Will Special scout for that with his 2 Reaper Hellion opening? Oh, he sees the probe coming back. That's a very big tell. And I think he'll go hunting for the Proxy now, or he'll just assume it's coming. He's got the Hellion coming across the map. Widowmine's definitely a good idea. Adept is going to go in. But that's so dangerous going across the map with that Adept is so dangerous. And here we go. Reaper's already grabbing a 3rd probe. They're just sticking all this damage together. Make it 4, make it 5, make it 6. This could just be game-ending damage. Now, this Adept does beat the Hellion in a fight, guys. Oh, but he gets lured it. He lures it into his main, which is actually better for Special because then he doesn't lose the command center SCV, which means his command center can finish. Yes, the Hellion goes down, but Drilly boys, assemble! And they actually managed to take down the Adept. Don't piss off that many non-combatants, mate. The Engineers squad pull out their drills and they take that Adept to Drill Town. 9 SCVs, 1 Adept, and a whole bit of deadsies. The probes do the same thing to the Reaper on the other side, but at the end of that, I got to look at these units and say 9 probes killed, and the command center wasn't delayed. This works way better for Special than Gerald, and you know, he loves these double gas openings for a reason. Now the Oracle runs around there, doesn't want to dive in just yet. Got a Depths and an Oracle and a Phoenix coming in as well. Okay, interesting. Now is he going to pick up the Widowmine? Maybe he might revelate that potentially. Try to do some more damage. 2 Adepts, a Phoenix, and Oracle. Another Phoenix on the way. Special, though, already has out 3 Widowmines, a few Marines here. He's got more Marines and Vikings on the way. And, oh, he tries to bait the Widowmine with the Shade. So what Geralt was trying to do there, guys, is he was trying to get the Widowmine to fire, and while it was in midair, it was timed out that he would teleport to the Shade. And that was why he was gonna kind of defuse the Widowmine, basically bait the shot out, dodge it by teleporting away with these Adepts. But we saw Special noticed it and just unburrowed the Widowmine so it wouldn't fire. Very well done. Oh. Oracle Revelation goes down. Does see the 3 barracks play there. And 3rd Nexus is on the way. Geralt gets a Twilight and probably a Forge, I would imagine, in the near future. Phoenix gets some damage on the medevac, which is nice. Does pick off that Widowmine, also very nice. Remember, there are 2 Widowmines, guys. There's one in the main and there's one that's just moved forward on the natural. I think that would probably be a very... Yep, another Revelation coming in. Very well done. So he's gotten another Phoenix kill, damaging the medevac again. But, uh-oh. Revenge of the Viking! There are 2 Adepts and a Zealot nearby that will help defend this, but that Viking can kill units very quickly. A Phoenix goes down, guys. Phoenix goes down there. Very expensive unit to lose. Ah, okay. Nice Viking harassment here. He's going to recall back with the Phoenix. Pick this bad boy up. That's not going to kill it, funnily enough. I wonder if Special can quickly target a probe and kill it. No, the Adepts will take it out. Alright guys, we've still got that Stargate building Phoenix on the map. It looks like going up to 4 gateways and no Forge. So this is just straight Charge Zealot Phoenix play. And he's looking to basically overwhelm the first big stim push with a whole lot of Phoenix and a whole lot of charge zealots. So Gerald's not getting upgrades. He's also not powering at all. And what do I mean by that? He's not going straight to 8 gateways. He's just building the gateways steadily, but he's going to be very consistently producing zealots out of them as he does so. Now this Liberator has slid by, but a Liberator on its own, I don't really like this move. The Phoenix aren't too far away as long as he notices what's up. Ooh, slow response from Gerald. That's going to be a bit more damage than it should have been. 3, 4, 5. He's going to get a 6th one as well that pops out. Oof. Oh, that's real frustrating for Gerald. 6 probes. That makes the Liberator worthwhile. Does pull the Phoenix home as well. And gets a bit of mining time. Meanwhile, an 8 Marine drop going around the top. He's going to try and sneak an 8 Marine drop. You can see it's already queued to the very back corner. So he's going to do a stim drop out there. And going up to 8 Gate Zealot. Now, does Special realize he saw a lot of gateways? He didn't see a forge. He hasn't really scouted too much, but he did see no gases there earlier. If he realizes this is just mass Zealot Phoenix, he should wall off his base and just build more Widow Mines, build more Marines, and play very safe. Okay, we've got Phoenix there. Medevac's coming in. 4th and 5th rank. Special's doing an all-in. And you know what, guys? Mass Marine beats Mass Zealot when you hit a critical mass. Stasis Trap! Of course, that's invisible, that Stasis Trap, guys. Special can't see that. And here we go. 8 Marine drop in the corner. Oh, Gerald doesn't know. He doesn't know about those Marines unloading. Oh, these 8 Marines could do so much damage. And then a giant Marine Widow Mine all-in is going to come through the middle of the map. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Nowhere to run. Oh, the Zealots. And look at that, the Marine holding a Hodor Marine says, "You shall not pass, you dirty 9-foot-tall, dreadlocked Kala freak." The Zealots will finally get through, but there's not enough to even get on top of it. And look at this. A giant Marine Widow Mine push, which, like I said earlier, guys, it absolutely destroys Zealots. Yes, he comes in with a flank, but look at those Widow Mines. They clean up the entire flank. The Phoenix are getting focused down, and that big ball of Stim Shield +1 Marines, plus the drop in the main to set up for it. Special annihilates the upgraded Zealots. Geralt was hoping to run into Ravens, tanks, Marauders. He ran into an absolute horde of Marines and Widow Mines, and it counted him very well. Well, it's tied up 1-1 now. A single map each. Down here in the bottom left, Psystorm Gaming's Geralt. I like the charge lot Phoenix style, but it was I think Special just got wind of it with that Viking. That Viking saw too much and realized what he was up against and adjusted his style to fit it. Special countering it very well. Mass Marine, Widow Mine, you just get so much damage that the Zealots can't really get their work done. Now he does proxy a barracks just out to the left there. Means he'll probably lift it and build a reactor back over here, I guess. Geralt, once again, opting for that Nexus before Cybercore. This is my favorite way to do it as well. I do like the Nexus before Cybercore. However, if you're going Cybercore before Nexus, it can be very nice to potentially put pressure on their command center, force them to build a bunker. But against a guy like Special, who's never really building that command center, or very rarely, only 1 in 3 or 4 games, Geralt does like this opening now. They are going to go for the factory. He sees that. This tells him it's not like proxy tanks coming in, super duper crazy one base all-in attack. And that probe, oh, SCV is hot on its tail. And he will see the barracks. Boop. Reaper does take out that probe. We've got a Zealot. Now, does the Zealot go across the map to pressure? I think that's, yeah, looks like it. And he's going to chrono boost a Stalker here. Try and defend this Reaper coming across this map. Even though the barracks was hidden, it's not actually closer to the Protoss' base. And, oh, does the Reaper see it? Oh, he barely misses Mr. Zealot. Arnold Zealot goes past there. Does manage to make it out. Thank you, Stubby. Pablo gifting his sub as well. Man, so many people being so generous today. Thank you very much for supporting the tournament, guys. And what a fun tournament it's worked out to be. Honestly, I feel like we could just get Special to play Protoss players all day and we'll always have so many fun games. Because he just plays such a fun, interesting, dynamic style. And his second Reaper does see the Zealot. So the Zealot's going to kind of fight in the smoke a little bit there. But 1 Reaper on each side. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, Mr. Zealot. Stalker's here, though. And Stalker says, "Get behind me, son." The Zealot does take cover behind the Stalker. 2 Reapers and a Hellion, though. Uh-oh. Oh, he was out of range of the recall. I mean, he probably would have died anyway, but still. Adept and Stalker do get home. Stalker is regenerating shields, so should be back up to about 50 shields by the time these guys get here. And you're always going to focus the Adept rather than the Stalker anyway. Notice how he goes out front to try and get damage on this stuff as early as possible. And he does even block the Hellion. Oh, and he's got another Adept on the high ground. Oh, great hold by Gerald. This is not going to do much. And look at that, he even pulls the weakened probes away. Ooh, okay, he gets 1, 2. Can he get the third one? Yes, he can. And he gets a Reaper out. Great micro by Special. Hats off to Special for that. That was real nice. Third gas goes down. Oh, third gas goes down. We're seeing it. The tomfoolery Terran's at it again, gang. He's going to go Widowmine drop after the Turi Valiant into Battle Cruiser and then a tank Marine push. So expect 2 tech labs to go down on these buildings. And this is so sick. I love it. I love it. So the Battle Cruiser build, he's been causing so many problems for his Protoss opponents. But in this case, a standard 3-gate blink Robo before third base. This is probably one of the better builds against what he's doing. However, the Widowmine drop gets some good damage, gets some chaos. It's definitely going to help set up for the Battle Cruiser in a really good way. And it's almost always going to be mech after the Battle Cruiser as well, for those who don't know about this build. Adepts do manage to shade on in though. They're getting a few SCVs. They're going to actually spot the Fusion Core as well. Now this does give you the option to cancel, which is maybe a very good idea. They go down. The Widowmine drop gets 6 probes and another 5 probes. Does he cancel the Fusion Core, guys? Does he? Special's got a decision to make, but right now he's busy microing his Widowmines. He saves them, gets them in there. The Reaper's going to run into the base and just be annoying and then just run away. And he finishes it. He's like, yeah, man, I don't care if it's scouted. We go with Battle Cruiser. No worries, bro. I would have loved to see him get like a Liberator. With a couple Liberators with range or something like that. Would have been super cool. He's like, you think I'm going Battle Cruisers, but it's actually range libs. All right. Just gets a single probe with that one. That Reaper is somehow still alive. Tanks and Marines continuing to build. Now remember, guys, the Battle Cruiser is a kind of harassment distraction unit. The Marines and the tanks will go in. That Battle Cruiser is quite delayed, though. We've got to be real on that. And this does give Gerald a lot of time to just go on up. And it's actually 4-gate blink even. So exceptionally safe. These Stalkers should finally be able to put an end to that. And Reaper does go down. No third base just yet. He's going to hit with 4-gate blink. Does he only have 1 tank? He's only got 1 tank. It's in a very safe position, but he could still get in there and deny the gases. The natural also. Notice he's got the SCVs. So if he sees the Stalkers come to the natural, he can pull his SCVs because that bunker's very far forward. It's good for covering the barracks, bad for pulling SCVs in an emergency to repair. Does catch that one. The Prism goes into the main and kind of shows itself. Observer sets up just out of range of being sniped. Prism's going to fly on in there. Battle Cruiser says, hello, dickhead. You sure you want to be over here with all your anti-air right now? Does get a cancel on the command center. The Marines. Oh, man. The Marines actually going to try and force these Stalkers back. A few Stalkers going down. 4 Stalkers with no battery. Not enough to straight up crush a Battle Cruiser. But as you can see, they're doing a not bad job of it, mate. Oh my god, if he gets the kill! He's gonna get the kill! 1 more shot, he gets it! Oh, Special overstays his welcome. And losing the first Battle Cruiser is an unmitigated disaster. That is rough. Oh, that's real bad, guys. That's very bad. Units lost might look even, but you've got to look at the infrastructure. That's so much tech. He's now swapping into just Raven, Tank, and Bio. So he doesn't want to keep going Battle Cruisers, which is at least a good idea, because once your opponent knows you're going mech this early and they shut down your first big harassment unit like the Battle Cruiser, you're in such a shit spot. He scans, but that Observer's out of reach. Very nice plays by Gerald so far, guys. And it definitely feels like Special's going to plan C. Double engineering bay, triple barracks. He does have a 3rd command center. I gotta say, Gerald's economy is not great though, guys. Oh, but he gets a medevac. I do point out that Gerald doesn't queue many probes. If you chrono your probes, guys, remember you need to queue up 3 probes each nexus. But notice Gerald never queues up extra. So similar to Zest, the lack of non-stop probing in this sort of scenario, unless you're planning to stop at 52, which he's not, if you're floating a little bit of money, I do think it's a slight habit that he has where in some situations he could be a little more focused on constant probe production earlier. Because if you end up building probes later as the push is already moving out to kill you, then it's way more dangerous. He hasn't seen the 3rd command center, guys. He's just barely been shy of it. So Gerald might think he's up against a Special that wants to do a 2-base push now, and it's absolutely not. TT goes in, kills turret. And he's trying to like... Oh, does he get... Oh, he doesn't get the pickup. Gerald... Uh-oh, misses that one. Raven Marines take this out. Tanks, Marines, Ravens securing base. You got to build a Viking here. Once a Prism's in the back like that, guys, you have to build a Viking. Special doesn't want to do it, but like honestly, like after those two medevacs, you got to squeeze a Viking out. Otherwise, this Prism's going to be so annoying. Geralt's going for a huge timing attack, guys. Lots of Zealots, lots of Stalkers. The Prism is going to hit the back door while he attacks the front door. Big Zealot warp in, 10 gate Zealot. Who needs Forge upgrades? Oh my god, and Stim Shields +1 is not ready yet. Auto turret's going down, but he's out on the low ground. Special's just absolutely wiped out of this game. This is the perfect attack to kill a mech player. But even here, because his Stim, his shields, his bio count wasn't up, it works just as well against a guy who's planning to go mech, and then he's gone back into bio as kind of plan B or plan C. And it's just, he's not quite at that safe point yet. And this is one of those things I often talk about. If you play 3cc versus Protoss, the scariest thing is a Protoss that stops at about 55, 60 probes and just does a giant attack on your third. And you actually need to make sure your tanks never leave the safety of your wall in and scan their third. And if they don't have gases on their third, then you basically know, or on this map, you could maybe scan like here, and maybe you could see those all 3 gases. Then you know that there's more of a chance of that. So like maybe you do a scout or something, but essentially you keep your tanks up on the high ground, and you just, if they do end up going for the attack, lift the third and pull it back, and don't actually move your tanks and stuff down there until you have Stim, Shields, and +1 finished. And that's always the danger point. We see a lot of people die to Glaive Adept builds in this scenario where it's a Phoenix opening, and then they move out to take their third after defending with Cyclone Viking. They have a third command center, and then just as they're about to have Stim, Shields, +1 finishing maybe 40 seconds away, 20, 30 Adepts shade on top of the army and just win the game. And the bio is just so much weaker before those upgrades finish. So Special took a devastating blow. He is, of course, now going to do a desperate last-ditch counter push. But Storm is going to kick in about 10 seconds. So that's going to be kicking in no time. And yep, there we go. Stalker's pulling back. There are 2 Immortals out. He's got the flanking Storm drop. 4 Stormy boys ready to go! And it kicks in literally at the moment he unloads. And not only does he unload those High Templar, but those High Templar unload their load all over Special's bio. Special's bio not happy to be the victim of that money shot. Very well played by Gerald. Takes the 2-1 lead. They say dance like nobody's watching. Well, I'm going to cast like nobody's listening. Unfiltered, unrestrained. We're going to go whole Zog on this game. This could be the final one. I mean, he's on such a tear today. It feels like he's just got a real rhythm going in this matchup. This is Psystorm Gaming's Gerald in the top right. And in the bottom left, we've got Special from Psystorm. The team kill continues. Once again, double gas with a hidden barracks. Special getting a little bit too predictable, maybe. Maybe. We'll have to see. Gonna go down to take that Nexus is Mr. Gerald. Gerald! I don't know where in Poland Geralt lives. Geralt of Warsaw doesn't sound as cool as Geralt of Rivia, but I don't know. Warsaw is a kind of cool city name. Warsaw. Oh, he scouts the double gas and decides to go Cybercore before Nexus, changes his mind. He says, okay, let's get an early unit out. Could be a Proxy Reaper. He didn't check, so he doesn't know. There might be a barracks down here. So he's going to play it a little bit safer this time. Okay, makes sense. And that's a... Oh! Special's going all in! Guys! It's basically what Big Gabe was doing in Katowice. Reactor goes down, Marine, tank, 1 base all in. It's the 1-1-1. I think Uthermal might have even done a YouTube video about this recently. He literally opened up his series versus Zest in the group stage. The very first series of Katowice. You know what he did, guys? He was like, I'm going to just 1-1-1. He just built Barracks Factory, starport on the map, rallied Marine tank, and just like killed him. And I was like, what? You can't do that in 2022. It was funny. It was on hardware. Big map. Got him with the 3rd wave as well. Now, Special looks like maybe just going 1 base Invisible Mine Drop, actually. But he's got a reactor. So maybe Thor. If he goes Armory, he's going Thor. Otherwise, it might just be like a 2 Widow Mine Drop into a Siege Tank push. right? It's definitely going to be some sort of siege tank push. Like, he's all in, guys. He might even stop building SCVs soon. It's definitely all in. If he transitions into an expansion, I will be incredibly surprised. Robo going down here after a second gate. Gerald's playing very safe in terms of his production. But there's no bunker at home, which means the Zealot and the Stalker. I mean, the Stalker outranges the Marine by 1 range, 5 range versus 6. So the Stalker and the Zealot can start working on the wall. That being said, they could get sandwiched, right? They could get sandwiched. We've got a 3rd Widow Mine. And now there is an armory! It's gonna be a Thor drop! Oh my god, the tomfoolery Terran dude. Oh, the Marines are going after the Stalker. It does make it a little awkward. But once he gets rid of the Zealot... Oh, there's an Adept here as well. This was not great micro by Special, guys. Oh no, this is really bad for Special. That Adept coming in, compounding things. Oh, I think this is already held. I think that fight was just a bit too bad. Just the let's chrono units and pressure your ramp off of Cybercore before Nexus. A really good call by Gerald. And Gerald may have already held this all in attack. Now, that being said, there is a Widowmine drop. Here we go. No units at home right now. He boosts in. And okay. Stalker going after the medevac. This is armory finishes. These are invisible mines. SCVs! Drilly boys, assemble! And those with the Marines will be able to defend. Widow mines, watch out. Gets a 4 probe kill, not bad at all. And those gateway units finally going down. A bunch of SCVs fall. Remember, Special doesn't care too much about being on one base. It's losing those Marines that is the most frustrating. Now, he's actually going tanks and libs behind this. 1 Widow mine dies there in the main. I mean, Geralt is basically back to one base production. What's going his way, though, is the fact that he's got an Immortal out and a shield battery in the main to fall back on, and a battery on the natural. So if he can just keep building Immortals. The thing is, Immortals are so expensive and cumbersome versus the Marines, right? And look at this, guys. He's going to go back in, Widowmine drop the natural, and lib in the main. There's only 3 Stalkers right now. Observer will see it coming. How quick are we going to respond? Pretty quick. Okay, so he should just hide in the back. Oh, the Stalkers kind of hide. Oh, he baits him into sieging it. Oh, well done by Geralt. But does he take damage? Oh, and he even moves out of the zone. Oh, he loses the Observer, though. He did just lose the Observer. Special realized, hey, what the hell? I just saw the invisible thing break as well. So he saw that die, and as a result, this Observer has to scramble over there. The Warp Prism trying to hunt this army down. But, oh, he's in range of the gateways here. And look at that. Oh, okay, the Marines do have to be careful. You don't want to get them picked off too much. Will the Observer get there in time? Yes, it will. Great response by Geralt, having that second Observer out already. More Stalkers and Immortals are on the way. He's going to try and engage on top of this. There's not that many units here just yet. 1 gateway goes down. A very prompt engage by Geralt to try and keep his production alive. And oh, an accidental pickup by Special. That was a misclick, mate. Oh no, such an awkward misclick. He meant to pick up 1 Marine and save it. That was really, really rough for Special. Losing that was an absolute bummer. He scans to kill the Observer. Dude, he's got to get these SCVs back to mining or something. He's actually so low on minerals. He's only got 2 Marines rallying. Queues up another tank, queues up a few more Marines right now. The Liberator is here, which is definitely very cute. Remember, there's no blink, but look at that. 2 Immortals. If they can land here, they will kill the tank almost instantly. It takes 4 Immortal shots to kill a siege tank. And he's going to find it. He's going to find it. Avoids the Liberator zone. Avoids the Marines. And that is beautiful play by Geralt with the surprising Immortal drop. Comes in from the unsuspecting angle. Picks up those unit saves. And those Marines actually killed their own SCV. Special. Making a lot of uncharacteristic misclicks. It's a high-pressure, chaotic situation. Both players are making mistakes. But these Immortals in the Prism are just unmatched. There is a Viking. Oh, the Viking is the natural predator of the Warp Prism. For those who don't know, the Warp Prism has 4.13 move speed. The Viking is ever so slightly slower, but he stayed a bit too close. And the Liberator, of course, much faster. Immortals do recoil home. The Liberator should kill that Prism. Kill it! It's only like 3 more shots, man. Okay, finds it. Go, go, go. You gotta click on it. Click on it. Okay, he's gonna kill the Warp Prism. But look at this, guys. Stalkers are now moving out. Twilight's on the way. And remember, that mineral line is mining right now, and that's a huge problem. The Warp Prism did regenerate some shields. 2 more shots will finally kill it. Come on, mate. Does go down. Two Immortals and a 3rd one rallying out at home, actually, as well as a pack of Stalkers come down here. They get on the production, and losing this tank as it pops is a disaster. Special just running away with that siege tank, but Stalkers are faster than siege tanks, remember. Army comes in from the back. He cannot take down 3 Immortals, though. He just does not have the firepower. The Stalkers have taken out the tank on the bottom right. One last ditch effort to kill this army and then secure the win. but it is a last-ditch effort, and it is not looking good. The starport falls, the tech lab's fallen, which means this is the last tank that'll be popping out of this siege tank for a while. Yes, the Liberator went in and just killed 4 probes. We missed that. Apologies. But a new Warp Prism is out as well. The barracks, the reactor going down. And dude, this all comes back to those early Marines fighting against the Stalker and the Zealot a little bit too early and without pulling the SCVs. If he pulled SCVs with the first 4 Marines that came in to sandwich them, he would have crushed this game, but Special misjudged that. He's now lost 2 Immortals, has Gerald, but I mean, there's nothing left to support, right? The siege tank has to unsiege and try to pick up into the medevac as the best bet. He does take out a lot of Stalkers, but that's it, mate. The Liberator kills another 4 probes up there. Very nicely done. But that's your last production facility, mate, and it's going to fall. What do you got? 2 barracks that are only building now. He says BG, GG. It was a typo. Good game. And Gerald weathers the storm